Eric the Bearded Tool Guy. Got all the expert batteries in. Let's unbox these last two boxes. All the ones in worth buying. All the ones worth buying are in. Okay. All from Acme. Got them all on sale, too. Okay, there's another one. Okay. There's another expert battery. This tablet sells from Bosch that I want to buy. Okay. We have the 4 amp hour tabless from Bosch. $150 this costs. That's still cheaper than Milwaukee. We have the 6 amp hour. This is the 21700 cells, but it's not tabless. They're just 21700, but this is a new reconfigured battery. And when I do testing later on, this 6 amp hour, it should have more power than, I better answer this. Okay, I had to take that phone call. Yep, sorry guys, I had to take that phone call. But I'm back. Okay. I was rudely interrupted by my cousin, but that was important. So, like I say, here we go. We have the 4 amp hour Bosch tabless battery, $150. We have the 6 amp, 21700 cells, but it's not tabless. But this has been reconfigured. When I do a test in the future, this battery should have way more power than their regular 8 amp Pro Core 21700. This is the expert. And this is a 6 amp hour. And here's the best one, their 8 amp hour tabless expert. Okay, let's open these up. Let's open up the 4 amp. Here she is. She's down to 2 cells. And this little 4 amp hour expert tablet cell battery will pack just as much oomph as an 8 amp Pro Core, power-wise, not lasting, but power-wise. Okay, let's put it on the chargers. Let's put it on this charger. Okay, now that's done. Now, let's bust out the 6 amp hour 21700 cell, but not tabless. Okay. Wish I had my knife with me, but I don't. I'm using a power lag. Okay. These things are a real pain. I'll get my knife. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, they got it in an inner box. That's different. Okay, let's open it up. Okay, I wanted this battery because I wanted to see what their non-tabless cells would do. Okay, they're expert, 6 amp hour, 21700, but not tabless. This puts out how many watts? $108 watt hours. Okay, it's down to 2 cells. Let's throw it on the charger. Now these two are 8 amp hour chargers. This is only a 4. Okay, now let's get to the battery that I've been really wanting, which is the 8 amp hour 21700 cell tabless, which puts out all the beans. And I mean all the beans. Okay. And I mean all the beans. Okay. It's down to 2. This puts out 144. And if I'm right, this puts out 2,400 watts. If I'm right, this puts out 2,000 watts. And if I'm right, the 4 amp hour tablet cell puts out 2,000 watts of working power. Now let's throw it on the charger. Okay. The 4 amp hour tablet cell, 150. The 6 amp hour 21700 tab cell is 160. And the 8 amp hour tablet cell is 200. So you add all that up, it's over $500. But I didn't pay that. I got them on sale. And I'm the first one right now in North America on YouTube with these. No one else is doing it yet. Because I'm getting sick and tired of Milwaukee tools like yesterday. I've sold about half my Milwaukee tools. So I don't care anymore. Unless they got something new and great that's an improvement over most of their tools, I'm not buying any more Milwaukee tools. I will buy that 10 1/4 circ saw that's going to be able to cut a 4-inch timber. Other than that, unless they bring out the new Gen 5 M8 fuel impact driver and hammer drill and dur driver, or a Gen 3 or 4 mid-torque, I ain't buying anymore. I'm done. Okay. There we go. Now we'll charge up all 3 of them. Okay. Now, let's see how long this takes. Okay. How's it going? Like I say, 4 amp tablets, 6 amp 21700 cell redesign, and 8 amp tablets. So I got all 3 of the batteries worth buying. I don't want the 15 amp hour. I have no use for it. I don't have a let's see, what do I have from Bosch? I don't have a miter saw and I don't have a table saw. Now, if I had a miter saw or a table saw, I'd get the 15 amp hour. So I don't really care. So 4 amp tablets, 6 amp 21700, and 8 amp tablets. So, and let's take a look at the stats on these batteries. Okay. Okay. The 4 amp hour. It puts out, it weighs 1.3 pounds. I think it puts out 2,000 working watts. I'm looking at it. Okay, 4 amp hour delivers 22 times more instantaneous maximum power, up to 35% longer runtime than the regular core 4 amp hour. Okay. Now let's check out the 6. Okay. It weighs 2.2 pounds. I'd have to go online. People can look it up, but I think this puts out 2,000 watts. We know this puts out 2,000 watts because it's tabless. And we all know the 8 amp hour tabless battery puts out 2,400 watts. And it weighs 2.3 pounds. So we'd only the 6 amp hour 21,700 cell regular weighs 2.2. The 8 amp hour tabless weighs 2.3. And the 4 amp hour only weighs 1.3. Not bad. They're all the latest generation of batteries. We finally got the batteries here in North America. Because when they released the ProCore Plus battery 2 years ago, North America didn't get it. But now we got them. Way better. All 3 of these batteries. And now Bosch has one thing over Milwaukee. They have a 4 amp hour tablet cell battery. Milwaukee doesn't. And I think these batteries are better because Bosch is trying to design this stuff to be better with everything. Charging, everything. So, awesome. I'm going to have to plug my phone in while I'm filming this. Plug my phone in. Tripod's broke, guys. Let's watch as these batteries charge. 2 amp hour, the 6 amp hour, and the 8 amp hour. Okay. See how long they take. This is the slowest charger, but the smallest battery. 4 amp hour charger, 2 8s. 4 amp hour battery, 6 and 8. 2,000 watts of power. I'm pretty sure the 6 is probably 2,000 watts, if not 2,100. And the 8 amp hour is 2,400. And I got all three of them. Like I say, if I would have, if I had a miter saw or a table saw, I would have got a 15, but I don't have any of those. Nope. So 150, 160, 310, $510 plus taxes. You're looking at $550 with a batteries not on sale. Not a bad deal. By the way, 2 of my Milwaukee batteries alone are $600, so never mind. Shouldn't take any time for these batteries to charge. I'm guessing less than an hour. 8 amp charger, 8 amp, 4 amp. I'm guessing about an hour. To charge $550 with a brand new battery, some Bosch. Here's the old 4 amp hour Procore tab cells. There's another one. And here's our little 2 amp hour battery. Now, if they could just make a little 2 amp hour tabless cell battery, that would be the ultimate. Yep. And here's the 8 amp hour Procore tab cells. And of course, somewhere I have a Senior 8 amp hour battery. And here's the brand new GDS 18V 780 mid torque. I gotta prop this thing up better. Hmm. 3 of them. Like I say, I would have bought the 15 amp if I had a miter saw or a table saw, but I don't. So I don't need it. I'm waiting for their expert tools to come out, all of them. So far, just their batteries first. The tools will probably be in, I'm guessing, by summer. Even though they are selling a lot of their pro tools cheap now, because I think the expert ones are going to be coming out shortly. Four amp hour, 6 amp hour, 8 amp hour. Tabless, not tabless. Plus all the rest of my Bosch batteries. So all together, plus you add the plus my Senior Bosch battery. I got 8 Bosch batteries. Okay, went and looked online. The 8 amp hour tablets, 2,400 watts. The 6 amp hour, 21,700 cell regular, 2,000 watts. And the 4 amp tablets, 2,000 watts. Not bad. It'd be really interesting to see the size of the 8 amp hour, which is trying to figure out which one it is. Which is here compared to Milwaukee, their forged battery, and so on and so forth. Okay. Let's pull this back just a little bit. So the 4 amp hour tablets, the 6 amp hour 21,700 cell, and the 8 amp tablets. And they're going to have better buttons than this. I hate these. I don't think I'm going to sell my Procore batteries. I think I'll just keep them. There's already too many on the market for sale anyhow. These are 2 fastest chargers, 8 amp hours. This is just 4. But they all should charge almost the same time. Oh my. See what these batteries are at. Got enough boxes now. This year alone, I've already spent about. This is only the end of Europe now for 4 months. Let's see if anything's done charging here. Nope. Well, it almost looks like oh God. What are you two doing? Yeah, my dogs. I think the 6 amp tab cell might be done. No, it's the fan is still going, but it's done flashing. The 4 amp hour is only on a 4 amp charger. 8 amp. I'll wait till they're all done. So I'm going to have 8 Bosch batteries, 3 experts, 3 Pro Core 18652 amp hour. Be nice if they can make one of these, even if they can come up with the new 186, because they do make, the battery manufacturer does make an 18650 tabless cell battery. This would be great to have something like this be tabless. I'm sure something this small, if the 4 amp hour tabless cell battery puts out 2,000 watts, they can make an 18650 probably put out 900 watts. And of course, there's the cheap scenery battery, which keeps ticking. This is only $50. These might almost be done. They're not still flashing. The 6 amp hour is not flashing. So the 8 amp hour has to keep going. Still air cooling. The 4 amp hour is not done yet. And I'll do a live stream tomorrow afternoon early. I'm only going to run, I'll run all 3 batteries. And I want to know what people want me to run. Impact drivers, drill drivers, hammer drills, impact wrenches, high torque, mid torque, or what? So I got a variety. I got impact drivers, compact impact wrench, mid torques, the new mid torque, high torque, drill drivers, and hammer drills. So I got all the watts written down. The 4 amp puts out 2,000 watts. The 6 amp puts out 2,000 watts. And the 8 amp puts out 2,400 watts. I like watching the Bosch from UK videos. Those guys go live streams. They got the best live streams on Bosch tools. I think the 6 amp is done, but I'll wait. The 8 amp is almost, and the 4 amp is still charging. I'm going to, of course, pit the new 4 amp Expert tabless cell battery against its counterpart, the 4 amp Procore 21700 cell tabbed. Then, of course, I'm also going to put the 4 amp hour against the 8 amp Procore. And then I'm going to put the 6 amp hour 21700 cell tab battery against the 8 amp Procore to see which one's stronger, because that'll be really interesting. This should be the one. And of course, the 8 amp hour tablet cell Expert battery will beat them all. It's a good thing I got 3 chargers here. I was going to sell one of them, but I'm not. I'm not going to sell the batteries either now. I'm going to keep all my old Procore batteries. It'll be interesting testing all these all year. I also want to know if tomorrow if anybody wants me to unbox the new Makita 3-speed hammer drill that just came out. But I got to charge the battery as we're, maybe I'll unbox it tomorrow as we're running the Bosch Expert batteries. I'm going to charge it up. I've never owned a Makita tool before. Still flashing. The 8 amp tabless. The 6 amp is done. I can't tell if it's done charging. No, the fan is still going. And the 4 amp tablet cell is still charging. I need to get the brand new charger that has. It's a case. It's got the charger that you could put into it and carry all your batteries in it. I got to get that next. I want that for sure. I'll take that over. There's that super fast charger that Milwaukee sells, because that doesn't come in a case. The new Bosch supercharger comes in a pack out case. I think this 6 amp is done. No, fan is still going. The fan is still cooling it. Yeah, but their super duper fast charger for Bosch is 16 amps. It's like stronger than the Milwaukee one. Big time. Still not done charging the 8 amp tablets. Let me read about these batteries. Robert Bosch tool in Mount Prospect. That's about an hour and a half from me. Let's see what it says here. Cells made China, Taiwan, Malaysia, and Korea. Battery assembled in Malaysia. 3-year warranty. Tabless cells. Like I say, their little 4 amp hour expert tablet cell weighs 1.3. The 8 amp hour 21-7 cell, not tabless, weighs 2.2. And their expert tabless 8 amp hour battery weighs 2.3 pounds. I do believe they're all lighter than Milwaukee. We'll soon find out. I have to get a scale in order to do that. I think that might be done charging the 6 amp. The 8 amp is still, and the 4 amp is still showing red. So now I finally have way more Bosch batteries than Milwaukee. Milwaukee, they only have their 6 amp pouch cell stacked lithium, their 8 amp, and their 12 amp tabless batteries. That's it. I sold the rest of my Milwaukee batteries. They were a waste of my time. It's like the only DeWalt batteries I have left are Power Stack and Power Packs. I think I'll keep all these batteries. If anything, I understand they're probably not going to be making these anymore. Might be a good idea to keep them then, because if they don't make their Procore batteries anymore, yeah, they'll be hard to come by. Still flashing. I think this is done. Hey, look. Let's see. I'll end this live stream after these batteries are done. Maybe I'll go live again. I'll go live again tomorrow early in the afternoon. Actually, maybe around noon. I got nothing going on until the afternoon anyhow. That's what happens when you're self-employed. It's wintertime. It's cold out. There's not much to do. The 8 amp tablet cell's still going. I honestly think this is done. I can't quite tell. When you get to be older, you can't quite tell. I do believe it's done. Let me bring it up here and listen. Yeah, it's done. The 6 amp is done. Okay. She's fully charged. The 6 amp hour, high power, expert, 2,000 watts. Let's compare her to the 8 amp. Well, she's a little bit longer. Just a smidge taller. a little bit wider. And now, instead of having this wonky setup that you always got to press in to release it, you got this. You press down on the new Expert batteries. Not bad. I'm glad I got the 6 amp hour. I saw it on sale and I wanted it. I figured I might as well have an extra Expert battery right now. Yeah, so the 6 amp hour 21700 tab cell Expert battery is just a little bit bigger than the 8 amp hour Pro Core. Not bad. Still charging. Not quite done yet. How long is this on? Okay. Let's hurry up and swap this over. Now we'll put the 4 amp hour tabless cell Expert battery onto the fast charger. Take it off the slow 4 amp hour charger that I might be selling. As soon as I get that supercharger with the dual bays in the case, I'll get rid of this one. Wow, it's done. The Expert tablet cell 8 amp hour battery is done. It's got to listen. No, it's still cooling down. These are both nice chargers. They came with, these are both fine. You know, Bosch batteries fit fine tools. So they both came with some of the fine tools that I bought. Yeah. The Expert 8 amp tablet cell battery's done. So I need to know what people want to see tomorrow. Do you want me to see just do Bosch? Or do they also want to see the brand new Makita 3-speed hammer drill that everybody's yammering about? Even though I think the DeWalt 1007 will smoke it. I think it'll smoke it. See if the, no, still cooling. God, I got all these chargers still. I'm waiting for that brand new one to come out. The supercharger. It's got different settings on it to how fast you want to charge your batteries, and it comes in a case. I'm hoping it's only $300. As it is, considering how much Bosch charges for these batteries, less than Milwaukee charges for their forges. But I do believe the last time I heard, Bosch is a bigger tool manufacturer than Milwaukee. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, it's fine with me. They can have lower prices. So 2,000 watts for the 4 amp hour tablets, 2,000 watts for the 6 amp hour 21700 cell tabbed, and 2,400 watts for the Expert 8 amp hour tablets. Still going, cooling it. Yeah, this charger here, it's only 4 amp hours. That's why it's so slow. You got to have at least 8. Got to have at least 8. At least 8 amp hours to charge your battery fairly quick, unless you don't have anything else better to do. Let's compare the Expert to Senior. Now, the Expert's a little bit taller, not as long, because the cells in the Senior battery are pretty good too. At least they're from a reputable battery. They just don't quite have the power that the Bosch batteries have. Oh, I cooked one of the batteries on my Milwaukee. I do believe this is done. Yep, the 8 amp is done. Not bad. The most powerful battery Bosch makes for putting out oomph. Now let's compare it to the Milwaukee 8 amp Forge. Okay, let's compare it to the Forge. Okay, here, 8 amp Forge battery, Milwaukee. 8 amp Expert battery from Bosch. The Expert, it looks like it's just a micro amount shorter, and height-wise, it's lower than the Milwaukee because the way it connects, and width-wise, it's narrower than the Milwaukee. So there we go. And it's only 200 hours, and I know these cost $250 now or $3. They've gone way up in Milwaukee. They have to make their money somewhere with tariffs. Yep. Okay, now we're down to just one. These 8 amp fast chargers pay to have. Instead of sitting there waiting for 2 hours with a slow charger to do anything. Even me, with a man that doesn't have much to do, I don't like waiting around for my batteries to charge. Unless I'm mowing my lawn, and I don't care how slow the batteries take. Okay. Now we're down to the 4 amp tablets. Now let's compare these. The 6 amp and the 8 amp. Actually, they're the same. They're the same. Yeah, they're identical. The 6 amp the 8 amp. They're the same. The difference is they can make the 8 amp tabless battery the same size as a 6 amp tab battery because the technology. Good. Like I showed you, smaller than the Milwaukee M18 Forge battery. 8 amp hour, of course. I definitely like the new ways to get them off. Let's try that. I'm bored. Okay. Let's try it with the brand new Bosch GDS 18V780. Okay. Let's put the 8 amp hour tablet cell on it. There she is. Easier to remove. Okay, let's try to remove the old battery, the Pro Core. Now let's try to remove it. Okay, I'm used to pulling it off. Still, not bad. Now this weighs a ton. This is a chunker, this 780. I'm the first one on YouTube with it in North America too, so it's definitely a chunker. And it has turbo mode. Okay. It's a chunker. I think I already got one video on my channel already showing it. I got to do a whole bunch of videos with like hundreds. I don't spend all this money to do one video. My passion is power tools right now. So, yep. The 8 amp tabless. The 6 amp 21700 cell tabbed. Not bad. Let's see if this battery's done charging, guys. I'm multitasking. Not quite. Like I say, they're looking at all this. So The 8 amp expert and the 6 amp expert are the same exact size. The only difference is tablet cells, tab cells. So they can somehow make them the same size, but tablet cells take up less space. So that's interesting. Very interesting. And this expert 4 amp hour well, it looks a little bit bigger than the Procore 4 amp 2170 tab cells, but not much. But I'm guessing it probably has, if I can read it, I have to go online and see how many watts okay, they don't say the exact watt output when you're running it, but this is 2,000 watts. I imagine this is probably only at the most, maybe 1,200, if that. Let's go with 1,200 or maybe 1,400. We'll give it 1,500, but it's probably not even that. Like I say, they need to take this little 2 amp battery, 18650 tablet cells, make an expert out of it, 18650 tablet cells, and then they would have a tiny battery that would pack a punch and small tools. I'm getting more into Bosch tools than I am now, and a Tabo German than I am Milwaukee tools anymore. I'm bored with Milwaukee. I just am. I'm bored with them. Like I say, I sold about half of them. What's the first thing I sold? All my regular batteries. If it wasn't Forge, I got rid of it. I sold my Super Whole Hog. I had a pin detent high torque. I sold both the 4th generation impact driver and the hammer drill. I sold my M12 3rd generation impact driver. I sold that 6,000 RPM latest Circ 6.5 inch Circ saw. I got rid of pretty much half my Milwaukee tools. Somebody got some really good deals on Facebook Marketplace. So I basically now don't have any 4th generations at all. All I have left is a 3rd generation M12 fuel hammer drill. And I sold a whole bunch of the tools. I don't have the space for all this. And also they bought me new tools. So it's like trading a car in, except instead of trading it, you sell it. Yeah. So all I got left now for Milwaukee is their 7 1/4 Sidewinder Circs are the newest one. Their 7 1/4 rear handle Circs are the newest one. Their Super Sawzall. I got, let's say, about 15 tools left. That's about it. I'm not even going to bother to buy the 4th generation M18 fuel hammer drill or impact driver. I will buy them just before they bring the 5th generation out to compare them against each other. But I don't even want the hammer drill. I just want the drill driver 4th generation. Anyhow, I can get them on Facebook and Marketplace really cheap from people that buy them. Somehow they get them and they resell them brand new. It's cheap. Wow, this is still going. So I got rid of a whole bunch of my tools. I got rid of one angle grinder. It was the one key. I'm keeping that. I'm not selling that to anybody. That was expensive. I got rid of several DeWalt tools. I only sold one rigid tool, the high torque impact wrench, because I want to get the 3/4 inch. But now I decided I want the rigid high torque 3/4 inch impact wrench when they come out with a new design, hopefully with some better lighting. Now I hear that Flex is coming out with some new tools. Cobalt's coming out with brand new tools and tabless batteries. And Craftsman's coming out with tabless batteries. That's funny. I got to think what else. Well, I got adapters to be able to run either DeWalt or Milwaukee batteries on skill. I've already got a couple of videos on YouTube of that. I got adapters that run DeWalt batteries on Menards Master Force Boost tools. I also have an adapter to be able to run DeWalt batteries on Harbor Freight Hercules tools. So that means if Cobalt is sold through Lowe's, Cobalt is sold through Lowe's, that means Cobalt is also owned by the same company that owns Flex and Eagle. That means possibly Flex is going to come out with some different batteries that are tabless cells because they're making the tools for Lowe's. They're going to come out with a 4 amp hour and an 8 amp hour 24 volt Cobalt tablet cell battery this summer. And also 48 volt outdoor power equipment. You got to run 2 batteries on it. But I sold all my Cobalt tools because they weren't innovating enough. They were aggravating me, not only coming out with a tool, one tool. In fact, the last tools that came out with those subcompact impact wrenches, I had the 3/8, I sold it. So now it looks like I'll be buying some more Cobalt tools and they come out with new ones and their tablet cell batteries in the summer. This has got to be almost done. Now, like here, Master Force Boost, Menards. This is their quiet impact driver. Look how big it is. Difference is, I'm running a 4 amp power pack DeWalt battery on it. Battery adapter was only $30. The battery costs more than a power tool by twice as much. Now I will put this against my other hydraulic drivers to see if this gets a power increase with the DeWalt battery. I also have DeWalt battery adapters for Milwaukee tools and Milwaukee adapters for DeWalt tools and Flex for both. So I'm one of the guys on YouTube with a lot of adapters. This is still going. Wow. The other charger's too slow. Okay, guys, I'm going to end this early. I got places to go. It should be done in another 15 minutes or less. That our charger was too slow. So, okay. We'll be going live tomorrow around noon. Eric Bitter Tool Guy signing off.